a laptop with me, but it's not working. So like there is new issue with Asus. So in case if you're planning to buy Asus, please don't do that. I don't know what is wrong with them. They are not able to repair my laptop even when it is in warranty. So that is something I cannot do anything about it. So let's not waste time with Asus. Let's move on. So I'm sorry. Today we are going to be discussing a new thing which is launched by Google, which is known as Brad AI. People are calling it as a Chat GPT killer. So I wanted to discuss about that, like where the state of AI and what as individual student can do, and secondly, what we can do about it and what is going to happen. But before that, let me just quickly confirm if I'm audible or not. Please give a thumbs up or maybe put that in the chat if you can hear me right now. I did not confirm that, so like that is why it's an issue. If you can confirm if you can hear me or not, that would be great. And obviously I'm getting the advertisement. And just to confirm if I'm audible. Yeah, I'm audible. Fine. Awesome. So guys, we will be discussing about this brand new tool which is there, which is known as Brad, and we will be discussing everything related to that. So now let's move on. So first of all, what has happened? Yesterday, Google launched something which is known as Brad. And people are calling it as a Chat GPT killer. Okay, I'm not calling it, people are calling it Chat GPT killer. But the question is, it going to kill Chat GPT, the AI and different stuff? What is going to happen? That's not the question. Let's try to understand what that is and what changes it is going to bring for us. So first of all, the name of the tool is obviously known as Brad, B-R-A-D. Okay, the tool name is Brad. It was launched on 6th of Feb, that is yesterday, by Sundar Pichai over the official blog. The link of the blog will be available in the description of this video. Now, the question is how it is working and what is happening in the background. So, it is first of all powered by LAMDA. I'll repeat. This particular tool is powered by Google's new technology, which is known as LAMDA, which stands for Language Model for Dialogue Application. What does it mean? So when I was reading through that blog, Google mentioned what is happening now. People, instead of searching for a specific answer, they're asking questions. So I'll give you a very simple example. People these days are asking, people used to ask questions like how many keys are there in a piano, or maybe how many strings are there in a guitar, or maybe how many keys are there in a keyboard. But now they're asking questions like comparison. So should I be learning piano or should I be learning guitar? Now, this kind of a question can only be answered by a human being who has experience. Now, the problem here is, if I'm going to search on Google, or if I'm going to go and search on a search engine, like what is better, piano or a guitar, what is easy to learn? Google cannot interpret that because Google ultimately is a machine. So what they have done, they have built a technology which is known as Language Model for Dialogue Application. That means when you're going to ask a question, it is going to understand it just like we human beings do, and then it is going to respond to that. And now if you have a follow-up question, it is going to answer that as well. I'll give you an example. What is better? Should I learn PHP or Java? Java. Well, why should I learn Java? Well, Java is widely used and with which you can make Android application, you can make server application, you can make web applications with that, as well as desktop applications with that. But I don't want to make all this. I just want to make web applications. So you can learn PHP also. Is there any better option than PHP or Java? Yes, you can learn JavaScript. Now what happened? I asked a question, I got the answer. I had a follow-up question, I got the answer. Then I had a follow-up question with a different way and I had the answer. So what has happened? I was able to answer your questions based on the responses I received, or based on the questions I received. So this is what a language model for dialogue application will do. So this is where Brad AI is going to be leveraging the power of Google. Now the question is, how it is working. How is it going to work? So it is going to work using the power of data which is available by the world to Google. So obviously, as a website owner or maybe as a company, we have already given data, so much data to Google. Now Google is crawling your website, Google is crawling your Android application and understanding what kind of a data you have. It is structuring that data and using now that data, it is now building its Lambda, which is language model. I'm sorry, language model for dialogue application. I'm forgetting this full form. So the data will be provided by the world. Now the best part here is we have to compare ChatGPT and Google, Brad, if I talk about. So here what is happening, since Google is already a biggest search engine in the world and YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, Google has a large data set compared to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, whatever data it had with through its partners and it was limited, but Google has enormous amount of data which is available with them, so they don't have to worry about the data set. So they don't have to worry about the data set. So they have a huge amount of data set with them. Now comes the question, when can I use it? Can I use it right now? So this technology is currently under test. Only trusted source or only limited source can use this application for now, but later it will be available for public. Now, will it be available like ChatGPT? I have to go to a separate page and access this application? Well, not. You will simply type your query on the Google search box and it will interpret that you are asking questions which needs a proper response and it will respond you in that way. I'll link you guys the blog of that particular article. Link of that particular blog where you can actually have a thorough understanding. Now, apart from that, what is in for me? Now, Google is working on 3 latest AI technology, if I talk about. First is Lambda, which we have discussed, language model for dialogue application. They are now working on PALM, Imagine, which is basically an AI for images. So what is going to happen? We are going to generate images using artificial intelligence, and they are also working on something which is known as Music LM. So what is going to happen? All the AI with which we can enhance our audio will be used by Music LM, will be applicable using Music LM. So if I'm a student right now, this is one of the greatest time for me to be alive. I have so many things coming up in front of me, especially in the field of artificial intelligence. The news here is quite simple. Google is not sitting right now and waiting for ChatGPT to overtake the world. I'm not saying that ChatGPT has overtaken the world, but what is happening, Google is now implementing whatever tech it has learned and now it is implementing in its own search engine. So if we talk about who is going to kill whom, so right now nobody can kill nobody because obviously ChatGPT has an early mover advantage here. Secondly, ChatGPT has already started working with Microsoft, so obviously we can imagine Bing being the second or maybe third biggest search engine in the world is now going to be powering ChatGPT with the latest data. So currently one of the drawback of ChatGPT we had was ChatGPT did not had any latest data. So let's say if something happens, so ChatGPT was enabled because it was not real time. But what Google is doing, they are actually going to leverage the data set which is also available in the real time. So let's say tomorrow I have 1 million subscribers. So if you're going to type how many subscribers does Skill Nagar have, so it will show you 1 million subscribers. But if you're going to type the same query on ChatGPT, it will say just around 12,000 subscribers. Again, this is kind of an example I wanted to give. So what I mean is Google, Brad, if I talk about, is going to leverage something which is known as real-time data, which is obviously the requirement. Because if you have an AI and it cannot help you with the real-time data, it's not going to work out. So in conclusion, Brad, which is going to be launched by Google pretty soon, is going to be not ChatGPT killer. It's going to be something which is going to be more powerful than ChatGPT. But again, We don't know what future holds for us, so this is something which we have to wait and watch. So guys, this is a short live session I wanted to give about what is happening with Google and ChatGPT. If you have a question, I would be more than happy to answer those queries in the comment section. Why I made a special video, because I want to make sure that you guys are understanding what is happening in the world and you are aware of all the tech which is happening in the world. So with this, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.